Hello my dear friends, this is Phil again, and very welcome back to my channel. So this is the third episode about the new daily operation mode, Decryption. And in this episode, I'm going to introduce you the new races you're going to fight in the daily op, and the new mutations you're going to have. The first new races is the Scorched, and they're actually fighting together with their buddies, Scorched Cricket and the Scorched Mongrels. One thing I want to point out here is the Scottish Cricket is very deadly. Their melee attack can cause you 10 of damage even in power armor. I was killed by this cricket 2 times in half a minute. So my feeling is the Scotched is about the same toughness as the Super Mutant in the previous uplink daily op. And for every new races we have a new boss. For Scorched, it's a Scorched Exterminator. He's using a very cool weapon, shooting greeny things. I don't even know what it is, but I don't think player can put their hands on it. It's only used by this boss currently in the game. If you're using a vampire weapon, you should be able to tank him even in the power armor. He's not the toughest boss among the 3 new races. And another new races that Bethesda just added into this daily operation is the Mothman Cultists. They are considerably dangerous than Scorched, because they use much advanced weapons such like handmade and Gatling guns, which have much higher base damage. But I think the most interesting part is their fighting buddies, the tiny mini Mothman. And here it is. This cutie is very lovely, I would say. They actually fight like normal Mothmen, so they teleport around and shoot you with transparent Mothmans. I would love to see more of these tiny mini Mothmans in the normal Wasteland world, rather than just in the daily ops. And this Cultist Prophet is the boss for the Mothman Cultists. He's actually using another new weapon in the game, but it shoots transparent Mothmans, just like how the Mothman attacks. I would love to get one of this in my collection. This is really very special. And it's really taken me a while to kill this boss, because the mutation they currently have is called group regeneration. I will give you more information about it later. And the last new race that Bethesda just added into daily ops is the Mole Miner. They use assault rifle and combat shotguns, and they have the highest HP among the new mobs. They're fighting together with their loyal mole rats. But in this operation, the mole rats will not dig into underground, so you don't need to worry about it gonna break your sneak if you prefer to play the Decryption daily operation in stealth. And I strongly suggest you to equip the Fireproof perk, because the new boss of the Mole Miner in the daily operation is using a very powerful rocket launcher. And this is the Mole Miner Juggernaut. He has the longest HP bar among the 3 new bosses. And its rocket launcher makes a lot of whistles when it's firing. I would say this is the strongest boss among all the 3 bosses. Now, after the introduction of new mobs, let me give you some ideas about the new mutations. There are 3 new mutations in total that Bethesda just added into the next patch. The first one is called Swift-Footed. It gives the mob incredible moving speed and incredible attacking speed as well. You can see how fast this cricket and the Scorched attacking me and rushing towards me. It's extremely dangerous for the Scorched cricket to have this super speed capability. And you see how fast the mongrel just rushed to me like a light. Did you see how fast this Scorched just rushed to me as well? Like he dashed to me. But I would say this is the weakest mutation among the 3 new ones. And the second mutation is called Toxic Blood. So basically, upon death, the mob is going to release a poison cloud It's very similar to the explode on death mutation we currently have, but instead of explosion, we're gonna have poison cloud. And apparently if you equipped the funky butt legendary perk, you won't receive much of damage when you stand inside poison cloud at all. I currently have 50 poison resistance coming from my armor, and you can see how fast the poison is damaging my health. It's not as strong as the Murloc Queen's poison attack. I think it's about the same level as the poison attack from the Scorpius Queen. But what I found out is if you kill multi-mobs around the same spots, their poison attack will stack on each other. You will be killed much quicker if you stand in that kind of poison cloud. And it's going to be a more threat to the blooded build, which running around with very little tiny bit of health remains. I would rate this mutation stronger than the sweet-fitted mutation. And the last mutation is called group regeneration. So when more than one mob stay together, they're going to regen health for each other. And so far what I can see is the more mobs staying together, the faster they're going to regen their health. If your damage output is significant to overcome their health regen, you can still kill them in no time, which I believe most of players can do that. The only tricky point is when you have to fight the boss. The boss normally have a very long HP bar, and you can take a while to kill them. When they have mobs around them, they're going to regen their health crazy. And you can see this Cultist Prophet just regen his full health in 102 seconds. The good thing is, this regeneration does have a cooldown. I don't know how long the cooldown is, but in my experience, it's long enough for you to kill it another time. And simply because of this reason, I rate this mutation as the strongest one among the 3 new mutations. Because this mutation is most likely to take you more time to kill the boss, and then potentially failed your Elder rank run. Okay, so here is all the 3 mutations and 3 new type of mobs we're gonna have to fight in the Decryption daily operation in the coming patch. One thing I want to point here is you're not gonna face them in the Decryption daily operation. You're gonna meet them in the uplink daily operation as well. So be prepared and get ready to fight them within 8 minutes. And in next episode, I'm gonna try to summarize all the radio locations in all the different maps in the Decryption daily operation, so you'll know where to run exactly when you have to deactivate those radio stations. This is critical if you want to reach Elder rank, especially for those large maps. For example, the Vault 96 is huge, trust me. If you don't know where the radio is, it's hopeless for you to finish the operation in 8 minutes. And if you find this video useful and informative, please give me a thumb up. And subscribe to my channel, it's completely free, and share it with your dear friend. I'm looking forward to see you in my next episode. But until then, Phil Legends out.